I'm Tony Tia from Tony'sPicks.com with you guys here Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time to run live free picks for today's action. So make sure you guys like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you're live with us. So you better get the best numbers with these picks here from our experts here on our show. A couple of things before we get underway, guys. Our promo code, you can save 20% off all pre and pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the All Cappers tab and get signed up. Also, love to hear from you guys. So post your picks in the comments below. And a reminder to visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to long-term passes. Hot cappers like, look, last 7 days, Ramon Scott has been on absolute fire, 1,006 units of profit. Having a very good NFL season. Mindy has been on fire. So click the links here, get signed up. Hollywood Sam, Paul has been hot. Tiffany as well, up the leaderboards. Look at Tiffany making a run here on that top 7-day leaderboard. As we can scroll here, you can see the latest pre and picks for sale up on our site here. So we have a place for sale here, as you can find them. Featured picks from our cappers. Each capper can release best bets, one best bet per sport per day. That's why you'll see multiple bets up there. And you can see Ramon in action here with MLB, NFL best bet, MLS playoff best bet, 2 NFL playoff games tonight in the MLS. So 3 best bets from Ramon up on the board right now. Tiffany, who's on Ramon's heels with best bets as well across the board here with Monday Night Football, MLB, as well as NHL best bets. Of course, we'll move down and we'll see Nick with a couple. The GM has one up there, Paul with a couple. The Morning's team is a couple up there. We got Ben, myself, and Mindy up there with 3 best bets across the board. So a lot of action tonight here on this card. And of course, each capper can designate one pick from their pre and pick card as a $15 pick just to showcase their service out to you. And you can see many of them have best bets up here, like Ramon, Tiffany, the VIP, Collins with the best bet, Morning's team. You can scroll down and you can see myself and Mindy up there with the $15 pre and pick best bet. And of course, the value packs, looking for great value, click that 3-pack tab. You'll see all the 3 packs for sale today. Really good value. You notice the profit guarantee. This means that they must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account for site credits. That's what profit guarantee is. And we can see we have many of them up there as well. And we have our pick ticker showcasing the latest games picks for sale here over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let me reload this page because it should be showing the team versus team. And we'll reload it again here, and you'll see here how we have it nicely laid out here with the team versus team now, and of course the picks for sale there. As you can see, we have premium game here, and they're noted as such. They're on the sites, guys. So make sure you check it out over at Tony'sPicks.com. So a lot going on over at the site, and of course I've got to mention our podcast, right? If you missed our show or you missed any of our picks, well, you can watch a video, but let's say you're traveling or you're commuting, you're at the gym. Well, every pick is in podcast form now at Tony's Picks on our podcast, available on all major platforms. Just search Tony's Picks on the Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, all those the big ones. We're there. Check them out. Picks every day. Every pick that's on our YouTube channel is in podcast form. So check it out. All right, let's get this one underway. With us today, we have Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. All right, let's get the game day picks underway. Let's welcome in Mindy Hahn. You'll find her over at Tony'sPicks.com, where she's doing great work up there. Also catch her on the morning's team, Saturdays through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. We've got Mindy ready to roll here. There we go. Mindy, what's happening?
Well, I was reading about Creighton's men basketball being ranked 9th in the nation to start off the season, so pretty happy for them.
Very
it's the
exciting.
highest they've ever been preseason.
Yes. They're a younger team. They were getting much better. They played well in the Big East. Had a little down season a couple of seasons ago, but of course it may have been the pandemic in play there. But again, they really had a good season. North Carolina is the top dog. Gonzaga followed by Gonzaga. So I'm really looking forward to it. We're about a month away here. And I was seeing that Barstool has a tournament starting early in November, so we'll see how that rolls. Not a very good teams there in their tournament, but really a lot of preseason tournaments. I love this time of the college basketball when we have those day games dominated with a lot of day action here. So looking forward to it as we get into the autumn. Ooh, the autumn wind. We'll see how that rolls here for us here. We're doing well. But here we go into the NHL, and here we go at 7 Eastern time. You got the Red Wings hosting these defenseless Kings. I'm going to call them the defenseless Kings. I saw them in preseason. I wasn't impressed, and sure enough, not too impressive here. They win shootouts, but boy, that loss to the Kraken was disgusting. But anyway, Kings favorite on the road, minus 135. Total sits here at 6.5.
Well, you would know, right, Tony? Yeah. So again, finally able to collect some stats. Each team has about 2 to 3 games under their belt here, so it's time to get some of those premium picks here in the system. But today we're doing a free pick on the Kings versus the Red Wings. So yeah, the Kings 1-2. Their win, like Tony talked about, was in that shootout. I think it was like a 7-6 game, something like that. So that was a pretty big win though versus the Wild. And then the Red Wings, on the other hand, they're 2-0. They've been averaging about 4 goals per game. They put up a 5 spot in their last outing versus the Devils. I mean, they're playing really well, especially on defense, creating a lot of turnovers here. I think getting a lot of, older veteran guys here in the offseason really helped them out. If we take a look at some of the trends here also, the Kings, they're 9-26 in Detroit. They're 16-22. Like when they're away, when they're not the home team, it's just one of those things that, all of the trends are kind of going against the Kings as of right now. They also kind of wind up in the penalty box a lot. And the Red Wings still have that 100% kill percentage here, too. I like the home team, even though they're underdogs. I like the Red Wings in this one, Tony.
All right, Mindy here, going on record here with the underdog here, the Red Wings plus 115 here against the Kings. And, we're looking here at the Red Wings. Looks at, they lost at New Jersey, and then they beat Montreal at home. So far, a good home start to open it up, and they'll be coming in with the days of rest. Everybody off on Sunday.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy when Ramon and I were, talking about what we were going to talk about on the Sunday show. You're like, oh my gosh, there's like no games. I don't know how they managed to figure that. But, this Red Wings team here, last season, they were just really off when it came to goal differential. They were -8 in the second. They were -34 in the first. And then it got even worse for them in the third. They were -41. And this season so far, they're like +9 in the second period. So they're really off to a really nice start here. So hopefully they can kind of, keep that going. It's all about, staying hot for as long as you can to try to get into those playoffs, because we know how it is, how you can easily get behind and never really, able to make that up with some of those stronger teams in the division.
Yeah, that's right. Kings have so far given up 4 power plays and 12 chances. There have been in the last 12. Been in the penalty box a lot. Have the Kings
Yes.
five in game 1, 6 in game 2, 6 in game 3. But again, the Red Wings haven't cashed any of their power play opportunities this year.
That's true. They're sitting at a stat line on that. So, it is a place where, look, there's nothing but up potential so far. And again, I think they're kind of getting this, camaraderie with their first line. So I really like where they're headed. And on goal, they're playing really well. Like I said, as long as they can, stop the path on goal, they'll be okay.
There we go. We got Mindy here on Red Wings. I got the home win already, plus 115 against the Kings. This one will have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com right now. We're showing great results over the past 7 days in college football and more over on the site tonight. Well, we've got a big card here from the NHL. It was 9 games on the board. The baseball playoff game, have the NFL game. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Yeah, it's like this week is a fun day or a fun week to be a sports fan, right? I mean, so we have a lot of hockey. I put up a 3-pack there. I did put up a 5-pack in my best plays, so I think you kind of went over some of that. I have a guaranteed best bet in hockey, a guaranteed best bet in Major League Baseball tonight, and a guaranteed best bet in the NFL. And then I went ahead and packaged them all together. So if you prefer not to buy each one a la carte, you can get that in a package and get the bigger bang for your buck there also. And then we're starting NBA tomorrow, so again, this is a really fun week. And we talked about, college basketball. They're 2 to 3 weeks away. So why don't you go ahead and get a monthly pass? I've been on the leaderboards the last 2 months, been in the positive money. So yeah, it's a great time to get the monthly all sports pass and get just the wide variety of all sports that I handicap. But yeah, today got 6 games total. So it should be a fun one tonight.
That's right, guys. I'm with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, the results have been outstanding here over the last 7 days of college football, as well as showing results here on Major League Baseball as well, positive over the past 30 days. So get on board with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com. Come off a really strong day yesterday, 286 units of profit, 5-2, showing here a 5-2 day, 4-1 now with, I guess, with the 24-hour clock. So check it out. Mindy with plays right now, guaranteed play right now in NHL, a 3-pack on the board right now. So get on board there. Also a 5-pack maximizer to start your week off right. Of course, Mindy in action with her individual plays. If you're looking for a best bet, 4-in-1 day yesterday NFL, so good time to get on board with Mindy here with that $15 best bet right now. Also best bet in Major League Baseball individually, the price. So you guys can either choose the individual plays, the long-term passes, or instead of buying all these plays individually, here we are on a Monday. You may try her out for 7 days, get that weekly all sports pass. You get all the Mindy in plays here for 7 days, and of course that would include all of her NFL. Of course, we have NFL here on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday, as well as college football, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A lot of football there. She's now with enough data here for NHL, and of course, don't forget the NBA starts tomorrow, so there'll be some select plays from Mindy, because you said she had some data that she could use. But maybe select here early on in the NBA as it begins here tomorrow. So again, this is the best time. And baseball. Don't forget the baseball playoffs. Right. Even though my Dodgers are out, I've already shut off the season. But no, baseball is still going on.
I don't blame you.
Baseball is going on, and of course you guys can see this is the time to get the all sports pass, right? All these sports overlapping. It's a great time here in mid-November into mid-October into November with those all sports passes, because we got all these major sports overflowing right now with the start of the NBA tomorrow. So get on board there. We'll save you some money here when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That will save you 20% off that purchase. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link in the description below. Then you click the all cappers tab. You hit the all cappers tab, you'll land on Mindy's page there, and you can just scroll and you'll be able to find her premium plays for sale, individual plays, best bets. If you scroll down, you'll see the long-term passes here. So get on board with Mindy over at Tony'sPicks.com, and don't forget the promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save 20% off. All right, Mindy, we also put together a Twitter account for you over at Tony's Picks Mindy with more picks, and of course lots of picks on your morning show with Ramon with the Morning Steam.
That's right. So I put out another pick from the National Hockey League. So run on over to Twitter, click the like button, and then the notification so you get all of my free plays. And again, if you miss the Morning Steam show, don't ever do it again. But yeah, you can go ahead and see the replay that's out there, and then they also cut up the games individually as well. So if you're just interested in our picks for Monday Night Football, you can go ahead and take a look at that one there. And then, Ramon and I, we come to a consensus, and then we package those plays together and we record them over at the site. So we're coming off a really, hot weekend here again in Major League in the NFL, where we were on a 6-0 run. I think we're like 20-10, so we're doing great there. So make sure you go and check out that game here for tonight, our prediction. So yeah, it should be a fun one. But yeah, catch the Morning Steam every day, Saturday through Thursday, 8 a.m.
That's right, guys. So check it out this Saturday, Tuesday here, 9 a.m. Eastern time on the Morning Steam. And of course, guys, make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications so when Mindy and Ramon are on, you're on there with them, so you get those plays and get the best numbers with them on the show. And of course, check them out on the Morning Steam over on Tony'sPicks.com YouTube channel, and of course our Twitter account. All right, Mindy, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Thanks so much. Bye.
You got it. Mindy here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here with Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern time, so make sure you join us live. Let's continue on here on the show. It's time to welcome in Ramon Scott. You'll find him over at Tony'sPicks.com. Sitting at the top of the leaderboards over the past 7 days. Been on fire over at Tony'sPicks.com. Let's bring him right now. Ramon, what's happening?
Yeah, Tony, I'm playing a little bit hurt here today and not 100%. I've already got a diagnosis from the doctor. I did one of those video calls. Turns out I got pennant fever, brother.
Oh, yeah, pennant fever. Yeah, the Padres got past the Dodgers in good form there. Clutch hitting, the bottom of the seventh inning, they pushed across the 5 runs on the Dodgers bullpen. They move on to place the Phillies, interesting, the 6 versus the 5 in the NL, and that's the way it is. You got quality there from top to bottom, so congrats to the Padres. We'll see how far they go. It's going to be a tough climb now. You got the Phillies, and you got the winner of. Well, we'll see what happens here in the AL. But again, you don't have to beat every team, just the team that's in front of you.
going to have to change the format. I mean, we can't have all these great teams ducking out and having these small markets in there ruining the ratings. So they'll find a way to get the big teams back in there next year.
Well, no, you know what? No, it lined up for the big teams to win. I'm sorry, they have no excuses. You know, the way this formed out, perfect for the Dodgers. They could line up their 1 and 2 starter against the Padres back end of their starting rotations. If you win the division, and you're in the top 2 seeds, you got a great format into the best of 5. And the Dodgers, they just didn't get the clutch hitting. Yeah, you know, Buehler was out and Gonsolin wasn't. Again, they lost their top 2 starters. I think that's what's going to bring Roberts back, obviously, is the fact that they didn't have Buehler, they didn't have Gonsolin in there. And it's like losing Musgrove and Darvish, right? That's kind of the impact it had. But the Dodgers do have depth in the position. It wasn't the starting pitching that got to him. It was really the hitting that got in the slump. And I'm going to say this: it wasn't the hitting form against the Padres. The bad hitting began in that Colorado series.
A lot of momentum down here, a lot of momentum, a lot of excitement, and just that's what happens. Just caught the team at that particular time. So it's what makes sports great.
Yeah, when you score 1 run against the Rockies in that 6-game series, you produce horrible offensive results. You got to call some alarm to that. That was a horrible series to close it out and carry over to the Padres series. But anyway, let's turn the page here. There's still a lot more work to do here for the Padres. We'll start with Game 1 tomorrow. There'll be a lot of excitement there. And we'll go to the NHL as we have look at these numbers. Look at these poor Coyotes. We've got the Maple Leafs here hosting the Coyotes. Maple Leafs minus $5, 500. I'm giving the Coyotes a little respect because I'm seeing higher than that someplace. But anyway, Coyotes plus 400. Total sits here at 7.
Yeah, take the Maple Leafs. Back to you, Tony. No, in fact, don't take the Maple Leafs, maybe. I mean, if you're looking for a spot for a dog, I mean, I could give you it here. I mean, this is Arizona's sweet spot right here, but I'm going to look for the total here because maybe Arizona will not win this game at such preposterous odds, Tony. But they have won 6 out of the last 7 meetings in Toronto for some reason. Now, a lot of people, Mindy and I talked about on the show today was, is it just an anomaly? Why does that happen? But usually when a team goes in and has success, it's because of the routine that the franchise goes through that puts them in the best position. Usually you end up playing on the same type of road trips when you go on that trip, the same type of travel, accommodations, things like that. And it just sets up that this is your best situation. Now, Arizona's on the 3rd game of a 6-game road trip. They don't seem to be very well positioned here to compete, but you know what? Every time against this team, they seem to do well against Toronto. So maybe they will find a spot to compete here. I mean, they've lost their 2 games so far by 6-2 and 6-3. Sounds like some bad tennis matches, actually. But Toronto, they'll have their 3rd-string goalie in there tonight with Kallgren. They put their 2nd man believe on the injured list, or have shelved him temporarily, so they've called up Kallgren. The 3 games so far for Toronto have gone either 1-2 to the under or 0-2-1 to the under thus far, depending on what numbers you got. The line at 7, whenever 2 of their 3 games have been at 7 so far, and neither of those 2 did go over. So I like the fact 4 out of every 5 tickets on the over, 90% of the money's on the over. I'm going to come in on the under here. 5 of the last 6 meetings have gone under this number, as well as 8 of the last 10 meetings between the 2 teams. Now, they only meet twice a year, so that's spanned over several seasons now. But talk about the way that these 2 teams play. It'll probably be a slow starting game for both teams, given the way the teams have started so far in the first period. So you already could have, you don't know if teams are going to start slow or fast, but if you go on the way it's going, it would be slow early and then have the sweat, if you will, if it gets to that point. I'm going to look to go under. Last year, Arizona won 2-1 in the matchup. So I think it will go under, Tony. The way I see, Arizona's got to completely focus on the defensive end and trying to clean this up after giving up 6 goals in each of the first 2 games. Easier said than done, but this is the spot. And you don't expect Arizona, if they're going to continue the success that they've had against Toronto for the last, half a dozen years, it'll be because they're able to limit Toronto and stay in the game. You don't think a team like Arizona is going to go out there and outscore the Maple Leafs, 6-5 or something like that. So usually in that case, you think of overlooking a team, and this is easily the team that you would end up overlooking. The Arizona Coyotes, which are expected to be one of the worst teams in the league, as evidenced by the odds today, plus 400 or more today. So that's what I'm looking at, Tony. Like I said, 2-8-1 to the under the last 11 meetings, 2-6-1 to the under here in Toronto in the last 9 meetings. So I'm going to look for it to go under the big number. You're never going to have really 7.5, very, very rare. So I've got to get 8 goals to beat me. Now, granted, they've gone 8-9 in the Arizona games so far, but if you're Arizona, that's the area you're going to look to shore it up. Let's try to play a little bit of defense, give us a chance to stay in the game. They were in that Boston game at 3-3 before it got away from them, but I don't know about getting away before the eventuality of the winner came through. So I'll take the under 7 here, and if Toronto does stomp them, maybe it'll be, something close to a shutout or something like that. But I don't know, kind of like Arizona too, especially at that price. You could even get, plus 2.5 at a decent price here. So.
Yeah, Steve McAllister's
right.
He's with you there. He likes Steve McAllister's with you there. He likes the Coyotes plus 400 as well there. Anyway, Arizona probably the worst run franchise. They've surpassed the Clippers of those 80s and 90s. That's the worst franchise.
Bizarre situation with the arena that they have going right
Arizona
now.
State.
They're playing basically in the college arena. Sitting 5,000 people, but. If they could find a way, it's kind of funny. If you could find a way to turn around or at least generate some momentum, you actually could have a rocking house. Pardon me, Tony. Like I said, a little under the weather. I was not kidding you there, a little bit under the weather. But, so the way I see it, they could, turn that home ice into something eventually when they return back home. But right now, third game of a 6-game road trip, league did them no favors to start the season for sure.
Yeah, they did not no favor whatsoever. He's Timmy the Tulip's with you there. He likes it 4-1 Toronto. You love that score. And, of course, they are coming off the day off. And, again, you give up 53 shots against Pittsburgh. You give up 42 against Boston. And, of course, you have that day off here. So you would hope the focus here is definitely on the defense.
Yeah, Tony, even in the 2-1 game last year that they won against Toronto, they were outshot. I believe it might be like 46-18 or something like that. So we know the way this game's going to go. It's just a matter of trying to play these numbers a little bit and finding the right spot. When I've got the public basically all over and a lot of the public handicappers as well going over, that's when you're going to find me on the other side of the total here. The sharps appear to be split, so that's fine by me.
All right, there we go with Ramon in this one. He's got it, Coyotes Maple Leafs under a total of 7. This one will have a start time here of 7 p.m. Eastern Time, NHL Center Ice. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com here for tonight's action, showing great results over the past 7 days. All sports combined 1,006 units of profit. These numbers are all guaranteed over at Ramon's handicapper page. If you visit Tony'sPicks.com, that's the way you'll land on. When you click the All Cappers tab and go to his profile page, you'll see it there. Those numbers can be verified. 1,006 units the past 7 days. All right, Ramon, here we go. We got the Monday night football game night with the Chargers and Broncos. We do have a 9-game card here from the NHL. The MLS playoffs are in action again as well. Bring up Ramon because he does look at peripheral sports and as well as the baseball game. I can't put baseball to bed yet. We still have the Yankees and Guardians here going off in Game 5. What do you have going on over at Tony's Picks?
No, and it was lit here. On Saturday night, Tony, no doubt about it. The gas lamp was popping with excitement. So I'll be in action in the Major League Baseball game tonight. Cleveland and the Yankees. Got my best bet up there. Pick that one up over at Tony'sPicks.com. I'm involved in the football game tonight. Pick up my best bet for Monday Night Football over at Tony'sPicks.com. And yes, coming off a win also in Major League Soccer for yesterday. So I've got a best bet also in tonight's action. And a 3-pack in the NHL tonight. Pick that one up for $30 over at Tony'sPicks.com.
That's right, guys. You got to board it with the Ramon Scott over at Tony'sPicks.com. 1,006 units of profit over the last 7 days. That is all documented over the site. Look at all the wins that he's a really, really great handicapper. You can see the numbers that he produces here, winning results on all the major sports. So get on board here with Ramon in action here with the MLS playoffs for tonight's playoff action. So get on board there with the best bet as well from the Monday Night Football game tonight between the Broncos and the Chargers. That is up there right now. Of course, all profit guaranteed. Must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credit back into your account for side credits. That's credit guarantee. The MLB ADL Game 5 play tonight is up there as well. A 3-pack here from NHL as well. So lots of individual plays up there from Ramon, as well as a 3-pack here on the ice. But again, probably your best value right now is looking at a long-term pass with Ramon, where he's been on absolute fire. You may consider that 1 month all sports pass. You get all of Ramon's plays here for the 1 month. And of course, that will include all of Ramon's baseball for the remainder of the Major League Baseball season, as well as his NFL, his college football, as well as peripheral sports. He's in action a lot of times in soccer, if it's tennis, you name it, MMA at times. So guys, check it on board there. College football, the NFL, NHL, of course, NBA starts tomorrow. This is the best time to get the all sports passes, guys. So this is the time to do it. So get on board here with all these sports overlapping. You see the results from Ramon with all the major sports showing great results there. So get on board. And of course, just we've showed you how to get. We're showing you his page when you land there and how to find the packages. And of course, you can access the page simply by clicking the link in our description. Click the All Cappers tab. You find Ramon. When you click it, you'll land right here on the handicapper, on his handicapper profile page, and that's where you can purchase his picks, everything he has for sale, and look at recent results as well. Ramon Scott over at Tony's Picks. Don't forget the promo code. We'll save you some money when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can save 20% off. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link over in the description, clicking the All Cappers tab, and getting signed up. All right, Ramon, we know we put together a Twitter account for you over at Twitter as well, and I know you've got your Twitter account rolling here, and and of course the morning steam that runs Saturday through Thursday at 9 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah, Tony, sorry, fighting through this segment a little bit, but yeah, over at Twitter tonight I have a pick for you in Major League Soccer playoff action. So I've got a premium pick, but I also have a free pick over there at Tony's Picks Ramon on Twitter. And yeah, Mindy and I will be back tomorrow breaking down those first 2 NBA games. That's my top sport here at Tony'sPicks.com. See if I can live up to those expectations. I guess I would, considering all these other success in the major sports as well. So just looking forward to get that NBA season together. We'll have stuff to cover every day now, man, Tony, with hockey and, pardon me, brother, hockey and basketball and football every day. Really going to be cooking here in the major leagues, as long as I can make it through the week, Tony.
That's right. Get through the week. Got the little sniffles there going on. Cold, rainy weather out there. Rainy weather out here in Southern California over the weekend, right? It's been kind of crazy with the rain. But anyway, guys, check out Ramon over there at Tony'sPicks.com. Over on his handicapper page, get signed up to his passes, as well as check out the morning steam Saturday through Thursday here at 9 a.m. each time. So check them out there over on the site. And of course, make sure as well as check out the NHL. Some people are asking about the NHL games. They did the NHL show today. Check it out. It was part of the segment on their show. Check it out. All the NHL previewed with picks there on the morning steam. Go check the archive out right now. Everyone, I'll let you go, man. Keep it up.
Yep. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks a lot.
You got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. All right, guys, we're with you here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern time, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so you're with us live, so you can make sure you get those plays. And we want to make sure we put up a little tab for you here, Game Day Picks, and of course the like and subscribe, set notifications so you're with us live to get the picks. All right, let's continue on here with Game Day Picks, as we will now venture into my play, and we'll get my card up for you here in just a second. And I think we're ready to roll with it here, as we will push the card here for you. We're going to be looking at this baseball game tonight between the Yankees and Guardians. Yankees minus 155. Total sits here at 7.5, and the pick here will be on the under here, the under 7.5 with the Yankees and the Guardians. You know, kind of looking at this one here is big games going under, no bigger than this one. Elimination game, Game 5 between 2 division champions. Remember, the Guardians won their division, so did the Yankees. So we got Savali here on this mound here for Cleveland. A little bit of a rough ERA, 4.92, but his whip is low at 1.19. And Taillon in 32 starts, ERA of 3.91, whip of 1.13. But looking at this game, you know, over the past 5 postseason games, the Guardians bullpen in the area of just .74. Yankees past 5 games hitting just 177. The Guardians have had a really, really good bullpen. Yankees bullpen coming through as well. Again, the Guardians not hitting as well as I'd like them to see. They've really been getting through here with pitching. It's a big game. In these type of situations, when Savale or gets in trouble, the hook will be quickly, and they give a quick hook. You'll have pretty good pitchers coming out of the Guardians bullpen in this spot. I think it's going to definitely be a really nerve-wracking experience when you're one of these elimination games. So I want to just give a quick check here on the weather in this game, which can play a factor as we're getting into those cold November nights back east. So I just wanted to see here what we look at here for the weather in this one. And let me hit the MLB weather, take a look at what we got here in this game, because we'll see if this plays a factor or not, if there's anything that is. Well, here we go. We're looking at 70% chance of rain here. Now it's up to 4. Okay, here we go. According to forecast, it's 60 degrees, 42% rain, 7 miles wind blowing right to left at New York tonight. So we're looking at cold weather, rain, and again, I think that's going to help the under there with this type of weather. At 8 o'clock, 70% chance of rain. At 9 o'clock Eastern, 68% of chance of rain. At 10 o'clock Eastern, it's 61% chance of rain. And this game, this one likely here. This game could be delayed by rain, and I think in this rainy condition, I like the under. So that's where I'm looking at here, under total of 7.5 in this possible bad weather game here between the Yankees and it'll be interesting to see in this game how they'll play it, if they will delay the game, and of course the game within the game, not wanting to burn the starting pitcher. Of course, you're going to factor in the day off tomorrow, right? Because they will start the ALCS on Wednesday. Now, the Yankees would be the home team in that series. Of course, we do have the Houston Astros sitting and waiting for them, and that should be interesting to see how that rolls. But again, we've got rain in the forecast at Yankee Stadium, but we're going under 7.5 in this one. Guys, check out Tony's Picks. I have a best bet right now up on the Monday Night Football game tonight between Chargers and Broncos, so get signed up with that one. Of course, I also have the long-term pass, 3, 7, and 30-day all sports pass. Get all of my pre and plays for that period of time you select when you go to my handicapper page and you make that purchase, so get signed up. Also, I want to make a note to all our long-term subscribers out there. We are making some modifications to our picks. We're going to be introducing here in the upcoming days a late steam pick, or late steam picks if there's more than one, and those will be available to current long-term customers. So right now, guys that are signed up for 30-day and 1-year pass customers, we will be putting in, any capper will be able to put in a pick between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, and those will be labeled as late steam plays, because a lot of times we get this late information. We want to give up. It's hard to, again, we will get our picks in the night before for you, because many of you want that. But when we see a pick late that we really like, we want to make sure we can offer that to you as well. So what we're going to do is we program the system where if we put in a pick between 10 minutes, if the game starts between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, we're going to label it and track it as a late steam, and you'll receive an email notification for the pick for that pick in that one. So that is a new feature for the long-term customers. The late steam picks will be coming up there, because a lot of industry people, I've been in this industry a long time, there's a lot of frustrations. Well, get your picks in early, which we do, but a lot of times you see some really good plays you like late. How do you get those to the subscribers? Well, we got the programmers to do this, and I'm, I have this, I've been in the industry a long time. I see a lot of multi-capper sites. I can't believe I'm probably one of the first ones to do this. I mean, this is pretty obvious, pretty easy to do. Why hasn't anyone done it? It makes it sometimes just astonishing how. But again, we have a really good staff behind us. We'll get this set up with the late steam. So for those customers on the long-term pass, now they'll also be sold on the pick ticker. So around game time, once we roll this feature out, you guys are going to want to come up to the site and check us out before game time, because we're going to identify the late steam plays on our pick ticker. So if you're not subscribed to a long-term pass, you're looking for individual plays, the late steam releases will be right there for you. They'll have the latest odds. They'll be released between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time. They will be indicated as late steam on the pick ticker. So keep an eye on that. That's coming up in the future, guys. So a lot going on over at Tony'sPicks.com. So check it out. All right, let's continue on here with the show. I want to bring attention here to our recap. Let's bring the recap in. We start off with Mindy. Mindy said the Red Wings plus 115 against the Kings. Ramon was on Coyotes Maple Leafs under 7. I'm on the Guardians Yankees under 7.5 runs. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us when we're live at 3 Eastern time. Also, I want to make note of our podcast. If you miss any of our picks and you're in an area where you can't really watch videos, like you're driving, or you're on a cycling, or you're at the gym working out, or you're walking your dog, or you're just one of those guys that likes to walk around with earplugs, or those earbuds, right? Buds. You like buds in your ears, and you're shaking your head all the time. Well, if you're one of those guys, then you will listen to our podcast here on Tony's Picks. Just go to any of the major platforms, type in Tony's Picks. You'll see the artwork here. It's the same artwork on our site, and it sits. And you can download the podcast. You don't need internet service when you download them. If you subscribe and download, you'll have them all downloaded into your device and listen to them at your convenience, even if you don't have internet service, if that's what the download feature allows you to do. Or if you just want to use your phone service, you can do that. They're audio files. They're small, so they're not going to take a long time to download or listen to or stream off the platform. So check it out. Major platforms like Apple, Google Podcast, as well as Stitcher, Spotify, TuneIn, whatever one you use, they're on all the major ones. So check us out at Tony's Picks Podcast. All right, that's going to do it here for this show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from neighborhood. Good afternoon. Goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great afternoon. We'll talk.